And welcome back to Let's Try, which is now going to be a Let's Play after finishing the Water Temple. So this is officially Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. We're at part 36, and this is going to be, we're going to take a little bit of a break from the basic run to get the Biggaron sword, and a couple of, and a mystery item that I think is going to be essential for later on. So without further ado, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So right away, I'm going to direct your attention to this little flat graveyard. You might want to take a read on it. I'll just point it out to you. It'll say, if Navi's pointing at it, it'll just stand out. It'll just say, "When water fills the lake, shoot for the morning light." Well, the water is now full, as you can see from going through the water temple. So you have the opportunity to get a special upgrade to your arrow. There are two upgrades you can get for it in this game. One of them's for fire, and one of them's for water. Or I'm sorry, one of them's for light. What you're gonna want to do to get it, I didn't really prepare you guys for this, but we're gonna do this right at the top of the video because there's gonna be a ton to cover with the trading sequence. So you want to make sure that the sun is red. So already you've lost your chance to do. We've already lost our chance to do it. So we're going to go ahead and just make it night and then day by playing the Song of the Sun. And we see that cool little golden arch that goes behind us. All right, so you'll want to be ready right away to aim with your arrow. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty tricky to get it. So just get ready to aim as soon as it changes. Wait for the thing to turn red. Fire the arrow. It'll just go right ahead there, and it'll immediately just crap out some of its own fire. Well, not really, but that's pretty much it. All you have to do there is just swim your way over to the island and get it. And there you have it. So you're first going to have to. You won't be able to fire it right away, so you'll want to go ahead and just equip it. More for less show and tell. We're not going to be using it that much for a while, but this is just how it works. And again, it will use up your arrows. So, all right. So now, if you remember back to the videos, some of the videos that I did in the past, I hinted out a few spots of the trading sequence. So we did already like a couple of them. So what we're gonna do is as soon as we get to some land, we will be. Yeah, there we go. What you're gonna want to do is we're going to actually we're going to make our way back up to Kakariko Village. The fastest way that I can recommend going there is with Epona. To get through this sequence, you are definitely going to need her, and you're going to need to have King Zora freed, and yeah, let me just check real quick to make sure I got it right. So, all right. Actually, it's optional, but if you really want to get there in a hurry, I'd recommend planting a bean pod in front of Dodongo's cavern as young Link. It's not necessary, but it will get the job done a bit quicker. But from here, you'll want to go ahead and summon Epona. There's going to be a lot of whistle using in this trading sequence, so it's going to be fun. It should be kind of relaxing. So from here, we're going to just go straight to Kakariko Village. This is maybe the only extra area outside of like Hyrule Field that opponent actually shows up. I don't know why they set it up that way, but I'm hoping on the release of the 3DS version it's going to be different. But I don't know if I'll be doing much of a comparison review onto that or not. But I really hadn't planned on like doing the playthrough this long, like at all. I'm probably going to go back to doing music stuff after this, and perhaps in the near future, maybe I'll I'll share some of the Mega Man stuff, maybe Mega Man a bit, and pay a little bit of a tribute to Keiji Inafune, who, my understanding, retired this year. So it's unfortunate, but there's enough Mega Man games to go around to really have you guessing for a long time. So who knows if we'll even get to that, but we'll see. I know for some of the other LPers that do this, evidently there's a way you can actually speed things up. I don't quite know how to do that yet, but I can just do back, just off-screen stuff, which makes life a lot more easier. So why is our girl slowing down? I don't know. All right, so we want to head. We don't want to go there. We'll get you a little bit of your title pose. And since we're going to be going to Kakariko for the first time after beating the water temple, there's going to be like a little bit of a cutscene, which that'll be okay. Because actually we're going to learn another new tune that we're not even going to really use, but it's going to be it's going to be probably essential later on, because we're going to stop at the Shadow Temple, but we're not actually going to do it like in this segment. So I may stick to doing just short videos. Those of you that followed my videos before I started this, I was doing something called Culture in Crisis. I might resume that. Who knows how long that's going to go, but we'll see. So anyway, this is ruined Kakariko Village. You see that that the mountain went on fire. Released some. Well, I'll just kind of let the story speak for itself. And once again, we find Sheik. My off comment is, don't try to find a girlfriend that won't be willing to like say goodbye in a real timely manner. She says, "Get back," and that's pretty much why. It's going to cause like a little bit of an avalanche, some stuff falls down. Evidently there's some evil energy that comes out from the well somehow. You don't really see it, but it like sort of takes Sheik away and then puts her like down there. Link runs to safety. I just realized I still have the water tunic. Technically I don't really need that, so maybe I'll get rid of it once the cutscene's over. One would think that it would be like the energy of like Ganondorf, but it's kind of hard to say, really. Well, anyway, Sheik's awake, and so is Link. And the beautiful Sheik theme plays. I'm like a real music nut. I don't know if like any of you really recognize the passion behind that, but music really, from like video games to classical music, is very therapeutic. So it's like I could care less for someone that might think that music is nothing more than sound, because there's there's a lot to appreciate, and you can have and if you have an open heart for it, then I'm not going to beat around the bush, but it can make you feel pretty good in some tough times. So Sheik is telling us once again that the evil spirit, escaped, and it's on its way to the Shadow Temple, and is going to capture someone called Impa, or maybe like try to hurt her or something like that. But we won't be getting much into that until the next video. But we find out she's one of the 6 sages, and you need to destroy the evil spirit before you so you can save her or him. It reveals the entrance is actually beneath is right beneath the graveyard. So you'll find your way in that, not too far off. We'll do that next time. But for now, we're going to learn the Nocturne of Shadow. I think that's actually like the only way you can get there. I think. Otherwise, you might be able to get away with using a pod, but I don't remember. Very odd minor key. So we follow that. One of these times I had to get it. I don't know why it segues to like a body shot of Sheik. But then again, it's probably because many people are going to be like, oh, look at that cute body. And that's pretty much all you have. And that's pretty much it for the cutscene. Except one more thing. Let me take care of the village. I'm counting on you. You can't really see it, but like Link sort of just walks off and then tries to turn backwards, and then she's gone again, and she's like, "Oh, can't see me now." So it's kind of reminds me of something out of the Bible where that lady turns her back, and then turns to like salt. I don't know what that whole bit is, but anyway, we're not going to head there. We're going to continue on with the trading sequence. So what you're going to want to do is, I don't know if you remember from way back from when you first like hit the future, you're going to want to equip the cuckoo here and talk to the cuckoo lady. If she's even here, she's either like missing or like okay, maybe she's gone at nighttime. So maybe we need to make it daytime. You'll hear me play this a lot in this segment, so don't get too annoyed with it. I'm begging you not to. There we go. So yeah, you just go ahead and show the cuckoo to the lady here. And then she's going to tell you about another bird that's like really rare to the people, but it'll prove to be kind of it's going to be useful for an individual out in the forest. So, and that's evidently her brother. So whatever she gives you, just accept it, and gives you like, well, I'm referring it to like a blue hen. If you've ever seen like a blue hen in a farm, then it must have been like painted with blue paint or something. So from here we're gonna travel over to the forest, play the minuet of the forest. and from here we're going to pretty much make our way like outside the area, because it's like kind of easier to just to go in from like the entrance. I'm not going to just say too much about this enemy here, except you can actually freeze him with the long shot, if you really care. But we're just gonna kind of pass by him, get up the ladder here. You got to be kind of quick to get past that second enemy there. He's like really grumpy. I don't know why. So just like normal, just go through this. Nothing incredibly exciting about it. So, back in we go, and just go immediately off to the left, and you'll see sort of an old geezer sort of sitting by a pole. We first find out that he's actually asleep, just catching his Z's, like I really feel like I should, and we find out he's sleeping. So what does that mean? Well, we show him the rooster, and then it'll wake him right up. And then says, Kojiharo? Why? Normally a nice guy like me can tame you, which means you must be a nice guy. Must be. Please, Mr. Nice Guy, please deliver this stuff to the old hag in the potion shop in Kakariko Village. This will disappear if you take too long, so you got to hurry. So you say okay. So with most of the sequence, there's going to be there's going to be some time sequences. You have like a clock to go against. I've actually disabled the clock for purposes of just showing you how to do it. But in real time, you'll have about 3 minutes to get this odd mushroom back to Kakariko Village. So immediately we're going to go back to the village. It's been brought to my attention, evidently, that if you have a pod, you can actually weasel your way up to this bridge here, and use it as a sort of a shortcut to get over there. But so I know a lot of people are going to be watching this, and they're going to be like, "Huh? What? How'd you do that? Cheat code? What? The game's messed up. You're screwed up. What have you been drinking?" I've probably been drinking like what everyone else has been drinking, but it evidently created cheat codes. So there. Yeah. What am I doing? Oh yeah. So basically, to save some time, you want to grab Epona yet again, and it'll show up. Too bad the thing doesn't say "Whoa, horsey," but nonetheless, just climb it, tame it, and whoops. And just do like that. So yeah, from here we're going to head back to... We're going to go into the potion shop. You'll want to be really careful. Once we get there, it's there's sort of a trick that you have to be aware of when you get there. So we'll show you how to do that, how to be careful not to deal with that. Alright, so from here we'll just make our way upwards into the entrance, sort of towards the Death Mountain Trail. It's a bit of a challenge to talk and play at the same time, but I don't know, I guess I've learned to get a little bit better at it. It's not like my pate, so to speak. But anyway, you want to head into this potion shop here. Don't talk to this lady here. Instead, what you're going to want to do is head off to the left and then go behind. You sort of get access to go behind the shop here. And then just go down this ladder here. Take this set of stairs over here. And then just make your way into this shop over here. Camera. Thank you. And you'll talk to it briefly, and it'll just give you a few words of wisdom, or just reminisce about how it really wants a special type of item to make a special potion. And she's like, he or she is like stuck with the smell, and she's hoping that you might have something. Well, you do. You have the odd mushroom, so go ahead and flash it right in front of her, and she'll say, "Bum, you had to go into the forest. I see. Hey, give it to me now." And just say yes. And then it sort of goes dark briefly, and then it will turn light, and then it'll say, "If you see that fool, give this to him. It's the strongest medicine I have ever produced. However, this potion," excuse me, didn't do the voice. "This potion will not work on a monster." So now you get an odd potion, basically. You don't know what's going on between this lady and that guy, but take it to the Lost Woods ? So they say there is no medicine that can cure a fool. I guess that's true. So she likes to ramble a lot. I'm going to go off screen, but yeah, basically we're going to do the same exact thing that we did before, which is go back now to the Lost Woods, and just to save some time, I'm going to do it off screen to get us back there. All right, so now we're back at the Lost Woods. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right back to where we saw the old geezer, only to find that there's a girl there instead. So we don't know what that means just yet, but you want to hope that maybe there's a connection. So go ahead and just show her the item that we have here. But all it says is we find that the guy's not here, and that he's taken off. And the girl says,
"Anybody who comes into the forest will be lost. Everybody will become a stealth. Everybody's stealth. So he's not here anymore. Only his soul is left. Hee hee hee. That method is made of forest mushroom. Give it back."
So you want to say, yeah, give it back. And in exchange, you get something what's called the poacher's saw. The game must have somehow decided to write that the young punk guy must have left this behind. It should be more like punk girl. And then it says, "Are you going to be too?" Well, we don't know exactly what that means, but if I knew, I'd tell you. So that's best left for the experts out there that are really obsessed with the game. But what we are going to do, though, is we're going to go ahead and make our way towards an area of the game we have not yet explored, which is meant to be for the very last castle, which really could be anything at this point. I'm just going by like a sequence that I went through like before when I did it last year. So it's really up to you what you want to do. But that's for another video. But I'm going to be doing the Shadow Temple next. But for now, we're going to go ahead and make our way to Gerudo Valley. Gerudo. Doesn't it sound so Italian? I mean, so you want to obviously get opponent going, save some. We're going to do that just to save some time here. And then from this point, we're going to head a little bit westwards. Maybe we'll head, or maybe we'll head, I don't know, eastwards maybe. Keep in mind, folks, that the map that I have sort of blinking right now, you can always refer to that if you ever get lost. The yellow the yellow little pointer, if you look very carefully, that's where we are. And then the red thing is really means just where you're just coming from. So it's there for a reference. So if you ever get lost, like I did last year, then you know you can reference back to it. Yeah, Gerudo Valley, just to give you a few little insiders to it, it's got some really neat music. More like Spanish dancing music. Like, I guess when Spanish dancers get together, they like kind of use this kind of music, but I think it's really expressive. It's really nice, and it's very. I like a lot of different kinds of music, so it's like, it's not bad. So, so we're almost there. Think we can actually can we cross over there? No, maybe not. Okay, I thought we could. This may go. I don't know. This may go. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong way. Okay, we're getting off track here. We might go a little bit, just a little bit over time here, like we did with the water stuff. But yeah, I mean, once you finally do manage to find your way around, you'll want to like find like some really dark trees and some dark woods. So if you're heading in that area, then you're likely going to be in good shape. Alright, this looks like the right... Okay, yeah, this is the right area. Sometimes, if you've played it before, folks, if you've played it before and you get lost, just wander around, because eventually you'll see where you have to go. But you basically want to head here. If you make your way over here, great. So just head straight in. We're only going to be here for like a brief few moments here. So you'll see right away there's a broken bridge that you won't have much access to for a while. So what you're gonna have to do is hop the basically like hop the gap. So you might want to pick up as much speed as you can, because if you do it right, there'll be a nice little treat here, a little minor cutscene that shows Link just hopping from a different camera angle there. But the old geezer we find has made his way over here, so we chat with him for a bit, and makes a really interesting laugh. It's I wouldn't really expect that, but whatever made the game successful, I suppose. So for a little bit of a British sound here, I am a master craftsman. Those Gerudo thieves, they broke the bridge. I wanted to fix it, but all of my workers are gone. They said working as carpenters isn't cool, and they went to the Gerudo's fortress to become thieves. Hey you! If you're going to the fortress, would you mind finding out what my workers are doing over there? Well, we're not going to do that right now because we have to show them something else. Go ahead and show him the poacher's saw. And then he says, "Hey, that saw is mine. But I thought I left the saw with my old lady. Oh well, my Biggaron tool broke Biggaron, so I was going to go around the city to get it repaired. You know, coming here is great timing. Will you give me my saw?" And just give it to him. "Good kid. Thanks. I'm sorry that I can't give you something as good in return, but take this anyway." So right now, all there is on it is a broken Goron sword. So there's not going to be much you can do with it right now, but just hang on to it because now for the next part we're going to make our way to the Death Mountain crater. So go ahead and play the Blur of Fire. And we'll just remember, just a brief reminder, it'll just take you right over here. It'll take you right over to the mountain there. And if you know where to go, just do it. But I'll just kind of show you anyway, in case you've forgotten. And yes, normally it's going to be normal to want to. Whoops. Okay, get up there. Get up there. You normally want to hook shot over here. I just kind of made a little bit of a mistake. Sorry about that. You're gonna right away want to put your fire tunic back on, which you really won't have to use that much, but again, it'll save you time. It'll save you some time, and you won't run into the 50-second limit that you have to use when you get out of here. Yeah, I mean, if anyone can like pull off that challenge, good luck. And then once you make it up to the ladder here, you'll just want to loop around and just head to the exit. And as soon as you get up to the exit here, you just want to loop off to the left, and then chat with this hello, with this giant Goron here, and he just goes. So you want to go ahead and show him the broken sword, and all he can say is, "That broken knife is surely my work. I really want to repair it, but because of yesterday's eruption, my eyes are irritated." Wait, where did the music go? Weird. "There are fine eye drops in Zora's domain. You'll find them if you will go up and see King Zora. Please go get the eye drops." Then say yes, you want to go get the eye drops. So now you have like a prescription to go get them. So now we have to go. Yes, we have to go all the way back to. Of course, we've already. Of course, you're not going to have to see that part really, but we are going to go like a slightly different direction this time around, because we're going to head to basically Zora's Fountain. So this is like more or less the last time we're going to have to like go through this area. It's brutally annoying. At least if you're trying to do the sequence, going back here this many times is just like, yeah, whatever. You just get used. I guess you just kind of like get used to it after a while. So what we do now is we just what you basically want to do is go down to the water warp. That'll take you right out in front of Zora's domain. If you don't remember that, I'll just kind of show you one more time. And while we're doing that, a little bit of a minor reference to something of my, I guess you could say, my childhood. If you recall how we were like sending messages back and forth to the from like the old geezer to the brother and stuff, kind of reminds me of when I was like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. I think I was in elementary school, and I had was like caught in the middle, but I was like asked to like deliver messages from like two girls in my classroom from one to another. Well, I didn't really realize at the time that when I was doing that, I was actually developing like a argument between the two. So I just, looking back on it, I kind of feel really bad. But this whole scene here just kind of reminds me of it. Nothing more than just like a passing thought, like with most things. So to get back in here, you're obviously going to play the lullaby, and it's going to take us right back into Zora's domain. So yeah, just go ahead in there and do that. There's really not much more you can do in this level here. I don't know why the ice didn't change back to water, but oh well, maybe that was a glitch in the game. So, up on stage, flash the prescription to him, and you're in for a little bit of a surprise here. We find out that he doesn't actually have the eye drops, he has the ingredients. So we think, okay, well, gee, what a waste that was. So basically you have like about 50 seconds or so to take it all the way to Lake Hylia. No, you're not supposed to be able to like warp there with the Ocarina, but I'm just gonna kind of if you have like an emulator and you like want to disable the timer, then go ahead and just play the Serenade of Water. You'll take it right outside Lake Hylia. But normally you have about 3 minutes to really get there, so you have to be like on your toes. I did it the real way, but like it was painful. So if you're a beginner and you really would prefer to like do a cheat code or whatever, I have nothing against using cheat codes. I don't know why like some people, I have like one friend who actually freaks out about using them, but it's like because it'll like ruin the task. But the real truth is it actually gives you a lot of help to get through it. So it's like Guitar Hero, where you have like easy, medium, hard, and expert mode. So you really are setting yourself up with a beginner's mode, which is, you know, completely fine. But basically once you're done with that, you're going to want to head just right over here into this door here, and you meet some alien-like dude who will pretty much like, you know, first you just talk to it, and it'll say in a dark voice, "Hello there, son. I'm researching the process of making medicine by mixing Lake Hylia's water with various unusual compounds. Perhaps you've met this old lady from the potion shop. She is like a student of mine." Ho, 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 ho. Well, right away, just when you immediately give him the frogs, and then he goes, "Oh wow! I haven't seen any eyeball frog like this since Zora's domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeball for the first time in a long time. Oi, 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 oi. Such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora." Huh? Oh, these aren't for me? They're for making Biggaron's eye drops? How disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. So now we wait for like a couple minutes, and he cooks up a nice little potion, and then gives it to Link. Here it is. This medicine doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You're young. You can do it. So yes, you immediately hop back on Epona all the way back to Death Mountain. But again, if you really want to cheat your way through it, like I'm going to, just simply play the Blur of Fire. It'll take us right back to the Death Mountain crater there. I don't recommend it because I know that a lot of you guys will frown upon it and you'll make fun of me for it, but that's okay. This is mostly mainly for just getting an idea of where you have to go. So piss off. So yeah, you basically want to head back over this way, and let's get over the bridge the right way this time, just so none of you guys are like confused. Go ahead and hook shot right over there. You'll be good to go. And the rest of this is, we've already done it. There's not much more to say on it. There's actually a, I'll just sort of point out very briefly that there's actually a heart piece off on the mountain to the left. You'll probably see it coming up. You actually can get that with a pod, but we're not going to get that. But I just wanted to make sure that those of you that are curious about doing a heart run to be aware of it. So up the hill here, and you just give the giant Goron the eye drops, and let's see what happens next. So go ahead and give him the eye drops. He'll say, "Wait, you brought the eye drops? I'm so relieved. I'm going to use them right now." And I kind of like the random raindrops that go into his eyes. So that's kind of cool. He goes, "Wow! This is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give you this oil so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Wait. Just wait patiently." So he gives you basically a claim check. So it's gonna take him a few days to make it. So you might want to go walk around and just do some exploring. You have kind of the option to do like whatever you want to do. If you miss some hard pieces, you might want to do that or whatever. Rocks your boat. But if you don't know how to make decisions, then just play the song of the sun a few times. So that way it'll just speed time up a little bit more, and then you should be kind of just good to go in that sense. So you just want to keep on playing it over and over again. Maybe like 8 or so times maybe would be just enough. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I know it's kind of bored. If you're really bored and you want to kind of just advance up, just go ahead and forward the video, and it'll kind of catch us up to where we should be at. So, all right. So after that, after you've done a few of these, you'll want to go ahead and just give him the claim check, and he's either going to say no, not yet, or you're being impatient, something like that. So we'll just off-screen it. Alright, so after you've done it a few times, again, you'll want to go ahead and show him the claim check. And this time he'll say, "That sword is my finest work." And with that, you are given indeed the infamous Biggaron sword. So it's very strong, it won't break, and it's about the strongest sword you can use in the game. So I highly recommend it if you're a beginner. You can also get the giant sword, which is also in Goron City, but I won't be showing that. But if you can get the Biggaron sword, go for it. It'll be worth it, really. So now we're going to make our way to the entrance to the Shadow Temple, and we're going to play the Nocturne of Shadow. And so it's kind of natural to be like, oh, really? There's a warp pad for the graveyard? And yes, it does. The entrance is basically right behind you, right there. So that's going to do it for this edition of Let's Now Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This has been part 36. Next time we will be exploring the Shadow Temples, so stay tuned for that.